Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fika Sembilan. My ID number is T2019-6174. Today I would like to explain what I've had read in the subject qualitative research methods, about 6 steps on doing our research. So for the first, the most important thing that before we starting our research, we should of course decide the topic that we will bring about our research. So after deciding the topic, we can next to the 6th step of research methods. For the first one is we should identify the research problem. So the research should make sure what are those things that should be addressed or should be resolved. So we should know which one is important to be resolved and which one is not. After that, we to make us simpler, so we can make a list or just write it down about the list of questions or guidance questions that becomes a problem while we are in research. Then that's why if we write the research paper, we can put it in the very first about part C or D, maybe after introduction, background, table, and etc. So we should write the very first about research problem, because that is the main or the guidance for us to to start or to give the next step. And then maybe I will tell other functions why research problem, while do we have to find research problem, is to identify what issues that will be discussed, and of course the other thing is even the lack things in our research. So what are the lack things and what are the issues or latest issues. And then next we go to the next step is about reviewing literature. So we should find resources that has been studied with past researcher before, and that study has been resolved, of course. Then the other name of reviewing literature is collecting book, journal, academic book, and etc. Find as much as you can, like literature, journal, find it as much as you can. Then if you it will be simpler if you do research, do study in university, for example, or formal institution. If in their place there is like a book or library, so you can simply find the resources in that library, so you will be simpler to find the book. And the third step is specifying the purpose. If your research problem is more than one, so of course you have also purpose. Your purpose is also more than one. So if you have the purpose more than one, so you should generalize it. You should choose one of the most important purpose that you will bring in your research. Then collecting data. There are two types. There are 2 steps. The first is collecting and gathering. Collecting and gathering are different. Maybe just the words are similar, but the meaning is different. Collecting is when you ask a permission to the one who will be researched or want to be researched. Means ask permission. If gathering, you start to ask people by several questions or start to observe them. you should make sure where you will collect the data and who will participate on your research or what method that you will be used. Then it is very different collecting and gathering. Before you gathering, you should collect, you should ask permission, and then you will start to observe them by several questions. Then the fifth step is analyzing and interpreting data. This is maybe how to sum up your data. After you collect, you should put it into one place, one place. For example, whether you use digital tools like Word, Excel, tables program, diagram, or even you draw it and change into the picture, it's on you. This is the way you can make it the data more clear. So how to sum up your data that has been collected. Then the last step is reporting and evaluating. Reporting is how you present your research. Then you should choose the certain audience. It could be student, teacher, lecturer, and etc. It's on you. And in this part, you should make the data as clear as possible. Like what I've told you, in analyzing and interpreting data, you make it as clear as you can. For example, you choose a table program, so you present it to the audience. And for evaluating, research is on how after you presenting to the audience, evaluating is on how you assess your research, or maybe you can ask to the audience to give you some advices and etc. Maybe that's all from me. Thanks. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.